Hello everyone, my name is Antia. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, I know it sounds a little weird, but that's because it's a Croatian name. I was born in Croatia, but my parents moved to a little town in Chicago shortly after. As a kid, I always wondered what it looked like back home, but my parents never visited my birthplace.
Mom, Dad, why can't we ever go to Croatia?
It's winter all the time there. So cold you could freeze. Honey, you tell her. Actually, yeah. So there is no Christmas in Croatia, and that's why we don't go there. What in the world? That was clearly a lie. Everyone knew there was Christmas everywhere. How odd. But that wasn't the only odd thing about my parents. My parents never played with me. They preferred to watch movies or play board games because they were always so tired.
Guys, let's play hide and seek.
Oh, honey, I can't. My knees hurt and it's time to take my medication. Gosh, they could be pretty boring, but still awesome parents. When I was in the 3rd grade, Mom and Dad came to watch me at the school talent show. I was waving at them happily when I heard Ivana's voice, the meanest girl in school.
Aw, are those your grandparents?
No, they're my parents. She just started to laugh like a crazy person.
Girl, the only way those are your parents is if you're adopted or even stolen.
That got me so mad, but then another girl came.
Hey, that's not a nice thing to say. Oh, please. Those people are so old and so wrinkly.
Okay, that was it. No one had the right to say bad stuff about my parents. Instantly, I kicked the girl and she fell off the stage. Of course, I got disqualified for that, but it was worth it. The next day, as I was putting my books in my locker, the same girl who had spoken up for me at the talent show walked up to me.
Oh, the ninja girl is here. I loved it when you kicked Ivana.
Really?
It was pretty awesome, wasn't it?
Totally. The girl's name was Tia, and after that day, we became friends. Tia was the funniest girl in school, and everyone loved her. As we got older, we got closer. When we turned 13, we both fell in love with Renaissance fairs after watching Lord of the Rings. We loved to play dress-up to all the events around us, which my parents were always willing to drive us to.
Be still, my fair maiden, for I shall protect you. Make haste, brave knight.
One day in the 7th grade, we were to dress up as our role models. I dressed up as Frodo and Tia was Sam. When we walked in, the entire school started to laugh at us, and Ivana was at the front.
Oh God, look! It's the Weirdo Club!
What are you guys supposed to be? Maybe if you knew how to read, you would know, poopy face. Ivana hated us so much, but as long as we had each other, we weren't afraid of bullies. As the years went by, our collection of costumes grew, and I ran out of space for it in my room. I asked my parents if I could use the room next door, which was always locked, but they refused. Why not? I just need a bigger space for my things. Put them in the garage. That room is, full of spiders, lizards, and whatnot. You'd hate it, trust me. Huh? Gosh, the way Mom said it had me intrigued. Now I really needed to see what was inside that room. When I told Tia about it, she ran wild with ideas. What if it's a secret lair filled with aliens or potions or magic? I had to find out. So later that evening, while Mom and Dad were away, I stole the keys to the room. When I went in, I didn't see aliens or potions. Instead, I saw piles of old newspapers, all in Croatian, with similar dates too. How odd. That was a few days after I was born. I grabbed some of the newspapers and headed to my room. I called Tia over and we started going through the papers together. Then we found something, a folder. It had so many papers and newspaper clippings. In one of the papers, there was a picture of a woman who looked somewhat like me. We used Google to translate the words and it read, "Woman missing along with her baby." The woman's name was Emma, and I was sure I had heard that name once or twice when my parents were talking to each other. What the heck? I felt like my head was spinning, and I remembered the time Ivana had said how she thought my parents had stolen me from someone. What if it was true? When Mom and Dad came home, I threw the newspaper in their face. Now, no more lies. Are you actually my parents? How did you get this?
Ah, so it's true.
She is my mother, right? Did you kidnap us? Who are you two? Kidnap you? Are you out of your mind? It's not like that. I don't trust a word you say. You lied to me all my life.
Honey, we have never lied to you. You are our child.
Liars! I was so angry that I grabbed the tablecloth and smashed all the plates on the floor and then ran to my room where Tia was waiting for me. Maybe we should call the police. No, I don't want my parents to go to jail. Don't you get it? They're not your parents. But after that day, I kept asking my parents about the truth, but they stuck to their lies. It was then that I vowed to stop speaking to them. Tia and I searched high and low over the internet for my mom, Emma, but nothing ever came up. One day, Tia suggested I sign up on a DNA website. I wasn't feeling so hopeful, but to my greatest surprise, I had a match. A woman named Monica. That wasn't the name in the newspaper. This has to be your mom. We gotta find this Monica lady. We learned that she lived 2 hours away, so the next day, we ditched school and went to find her. We kept a folder of everything we had found out, and we took it with us to show her. The entire trip, my heart was racing. We finally got to her home, and when she opened up, I was stunned to see that she looked just like me. Hello? My name is Antia. Hey! That's so rude. Look, my friend and I aren't leaving till you open up. Let's just go home. When I got home, I was too sad and locked myself in my room and cried. The next day at school, Tia was late, which was weird because she never was. When she finally came, she didn't walk up to me like she usually did. Instead, she sat at the back of the class. Hey, we never sit there. Well, I want to sit here today, by myself. Just go away. Huh? What's going on? The next day, the same thing happened. I tried to talk to her the entire day, but she just kept ignoring me. But then I saw her in the bathroom talking to Ivana. Well, if it isn't Frodo. Oops, I dropped my mascara. Tia, be a darling and pick it up. What? Pick it up yourself, witch. What's she got on you, Tia? Is she threatening you or something? You don't have to listen to her. I got you. You know that. But to my horror, Tia did pick it up. Thanks, but Tia, would you let her talk to me like that? I'm offended. Without saying a word, Tia did the most shocking thing ever. She pushed me. Was she out of her mind or something? And while I was down, Ivana dumped all my books in the toilet. No! Tia, what happened to you? Just stay away from me. I don't want to be friends with someone stupid. I like hanging out with Ivana, so stay away. Got it? Or should I punch it into you? As Tia and Ivana left, I sat on the floor feeling devastated. How could my own friend do that to me? Over the next week, I steered clear from Ivana and Tia. If Tia was possessed with something and wanted to be with Ivana, so be it. Her loss. But one day in the cafeteria, I saw Ivana throw her food at her while Tia sat still. I so want to have a sort of like fruit hat on your head. You'll look even more ridiculous. You like looking ridiculous, don't you? That did it. I went to them and slapped Ivana hard. And then she came at me and we started a fight. Tia tried to stop me, but I couldn't let Ivana get away with ridiculing Tia. We got a call into the principal's office and we all got suspended for a week for fighting. That night, Mom and Dad lectured me about fighting, but I was too angry to listen.
We didn't raise you like this.
Well, maybe you should have left me with my mother, my real mother.
We have told you that's not true.
I don't know anything anymore. Just leave. I want to sleep. The next morning when I woke up, I heard a loud noise outside. I looked outside and I saw a huge crowd. I ran downstairs and saw Mom and Dad being arrested. What was going on? As soon as I stepped outside, I saw my parents in handcuffs. I instantly ran to Dad.
Sweetie, don't worry. Someone misinformed the police that we stole you, but we will clear this up soon. The truth cannot be changed. We are innocent and we love you. Stay safe.
Who could have done this? Then it hit me. Only one person knew about this. It was Tia. I looked around the crowd and I found her hiding behind the hedges. You snake! I told you no police! Why would you do this? I'm so sorry. Let me explain. Explain? You stabbed me in the back! I never want to see your face again! Our kind neighbors took me inside and made me breakfast. What if Mom and Dad were guilty? What happens to me then? I had no one else. But thank God, 2 days later, Mom and Dad came home. Apparently, the police looked into my grandparents' background in Croatia and could confirm I was actually related to them. So, you are actually my parents? I have been so stupid all this while, and I am so sorry.
Actually, we aren't your parents. Well, 25% we are, if you want to go by DNA.
What does that mean?
It means we are your grandparents, sweetie.
My love, many years ago in Croatia, our daughter Emma had you with a huge celebrity who was already married to the daughter of a corrupt politician. Your mom didn't know and made a mistake. She was so young and confused, so she ran away with you. We looked for the two of you everywhere and put up ads. One night, we woke up to see you at our door. Soon after, we got the news that your mom, she ran to America, so we came here to find her. And when we didn't, we decided to live here and give you a better life because back home, people would always remember you as the outcome of a scandal.
Whoa. Okay, that's a lot to digest. Didn't my mother love me?
Actually, she did. She loved you so much, and I know. She left you so you could have a fresh start and be a better person.
They may not be my parents, but they were the best parents I could ever ask for. While I was home on suspension, I tried to make up for everything. We caught up on movies, went shopping, and had the most amazing week. One evening before I went back to school, I was setting up the table for dinner when we heard a knock on the door. When I opened it, it was the beautiful woman that I met in town.
Tia, hello. Oh my God, it's Emma.
Wait, you are actually Emma? I traveled for hours to see you and you slammed the door in my face.
I am so sorry. The truth is, I registered on that website just to find you one day. I always hoped to find you all. After I ran away, I went back to Croatia once again and learned you guys had left. Once back in America, I changed my name, met a nice guy, and married him. But I always ached for my daughter. But I was such a coward. That day when you came to my door, I freaked out. 'Cause, oh my God, my daughter looks just like me.
I am not your daughter. Never call me that. I shut myself in my room and cried my eyes out. Nothing was working out. My mom was back, but now I didn't want her. My friend was a backstabber, but I missed her. Why was my life so difficult? The next day at school, Tia came to talk to me, and when I tried to walk away from her, she dragged me to the bathrooms. Just listen to me. And Tia, it wasn't me who called the police. It was Ivana. She had been blackmailing me ever since we went to that lady's place.
Shut up. What?
How did she know?
That folder. The witch stole it from my bag and blackmailed me with it. She threatened me that if I didn't do what she said, she'd show it to the world. Ivana wanted to torture us by ruining our friendship, but when you had a fight with her, she gave it to her cousin in the press. But don't worry, the next day, I kicked her butt, just like you once did. But I couldn't get that folder from her. OMG, that ugly witch! Well, the folder doesn't matter anymore. Everyone knows the truth anyway. Plus, Mommy Dearest is back. I told Tia everything that had happened so far, and she was mind blown. Maybe you should give her a chance. Having a child as a teen must have been scary. Tia was right. As much as I was upset with her, I was curious to get to know her. When I got home that day, my mom was home again. Hi, Tia. How was school? Maybe she deserved a chance. It was nice. I was wondering, there's a Lord of the Rings festival coming up. You want to join me? What? Really? Yes. I would love to, sweetie.